Ah, I didn't see you there. Come, closer into the light. These eyes aren't what they used to be. Now, let me get a good look at you. Oh, you seek adventure, do you? Well, you've come to the right place. I've many a tome of tragedy and triumph, of mystical beasts and aberrations, and of powerful warriors and those who have won the favor of the arcane arts. But I see you are no ordinary riffraff. No, you are in search of finer pieces of literature. I give you the tale of the infamous murder hobos, the wasted criticals.
Two lesbians next door doing? And why are they constantly screaming about penis?
Highly suspicious.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Not me.
Not it.
What?
Go in whatever order your camera's set up, Ryan.
Okay, that means Naomi goes first.
Cool.
Okay.
Hi, folks. I'm Naomi. You may remember me from such TV shows as this one from season 1 that you might have seen. But if not, that's cool. Hi, I'm Naomi. I play Genevieve, the Dusk Elf assassin. Nathan's looking at me like, who am I related to?
No, because you were just channeling that dude from Taz then. Whenever he like does an advertisement, he does that weird stuff.
It's me, Griffin McElroy, your
This
dungeon master,
episode's
your best friend, and your dad.
And with those nice crunchy snack boxes, those ones, the ones that you like that shit.
Because I'm an awkward human person.
Oh.
That's a human person.
You can't just put me on the spot. I don't even know. So who's next then?
Nathan's next for that sassiness.
Oh, is it me? I don't know though. It's not sassy. I'm not sure what to do with this. Right, hold on. Hello. You're right. My name's Nathan. I play Nook. I also played Ro. I miss him. Please bring him back, Ryan. How's that?
That's all that you need, mate. That is all that you need. Lee, you're next.
I'm not going to try and follow that up. I'm Lee. I am Artemis, an Eladrin alchemist. That's about all you're allowed to know right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mainly because I'm boring more than anything else. So.
Kel's next.
I'm Kel. I've got an unpronounceable legal name, so I thought I should have an unpronounceable D&D character's name. I play Krixari. She's the wimpiest looking cleric you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
With a strength of 7.
7 overall or plus 7?
Just 7.
7.
Just 7.
7.
Just 7.
No wonder you can't wear the armor.
Yes.
The armor would end up wearing you.
Yep.
Emmy, you're last.
Like a kid in a pair of clothes.
No. I am Emmy. I play Ignatia, or Iggy. What is she? She's a genasi. That's what she is. A genasi, fire, water hybrid thing. Majig, who is a monk. And also the sassiest Sue ever. Yeah. She don't have time for your shit. Neither do I.
Oh, Iggy Senpai.
Oh,
Who are
it's
you? Mysterious bearded man.
Which one? There's two of them.
The
I'm
one
not
that hasn't
serious.
already introduced themselves.
Well, that obviously leaves me. So I am the douche of this table. I play
The douche master.
I play all
Douche.
the characters and all the races, and serve as the Angel of Death for this campaign.
Yep.
The child man minder of the group.
So in good Ryan fashion, I do type something out and go, "Yeah, this sounds really good to say. This would be a great intro. Yeah." Left it at work. With my notes for this session. So
Lee does that all the time in work. He uses like paper to write shit out, and then he doesn't take it out of his pockets. And then I put his uniform in the wash, and he's like, "Hey, where's the notes for this thing?" And I'm like, "Oh."
Why you got to record your notes? Why you got to record your notes?
Why
You
they
look weird
invented
if you do it in
books.
public.
You need a dictaphone, Ryan, like one of those really like old school retro 90s dictaphones.
I
That
do
had
that.
the attachable microphone.
I do that on my mobile, except for Joe. When I check it back, sometimes there are occasions where I forget to press the stop button, and I'm like, "Why the fuck is these notes like 3 hours long?"
Why is it like a gig long? It was just a 2-minute thought. What the fuck?
This is mostly wind.
It was in the sense of like, must kill Genevieve, and then it's
Yeah.
like 3 hours of me talking to people at work about nonsense. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So there's the awkward but not so awkward intro.
Yeah,
to-
maybe we should like, you know, actually dub them and maybe have some time to prepare. Maybe make it sound good.
2 weeks.
Maybe we should.
Nah, man,
Maybe
this is the start.
maybe someone should write us a script so that we have to stick to it, and then we can't fuck it up
2 weeks
in any way.
Next.
Are
one.
you suggesting some kind of planning? Who are you all?
No.
How
Listen,
dare you?
Nook may love the roll
How
of the dice,
about-
but I am a straight motherfucker. All right, I'm a square box.
How about we go for like 6 different intros and we roll the dice to see which one we pick?
Oh God.
Or we just keep doing what we do.
One day we'll get good at
Oh,
it.
we put everyone's name in a hat and we draw a name.
And then play
Intro
that
we have to do.
Wow,
Anyway.
I
Yeah.
really hope that does not continue for the rest of the fucking evening. Everyone just went slightly robotic for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Beep boop, I am a robot.
We can't help it when our robot overlords finally take over.
That's true.
Oh, drop frames detected. Your stream quality may be affected. No shit.
Hello, human.
Anyway, let's play some D&D rather than talking about playing D&D, because that's awfully meta to a certain degree. Okay, so
This would be
who remembers what transpired in the last session? Who remembers? Who would like to recap on this?
Giles is totally my best friend.
You shout out your Ruby.
I did. I shout out my Ruby for the fucking team. Yes, was it overkill by 400 gold? Of course it was. It's me.
For anyone
But
who
I did it.
And
season
get
one, Nook had a ruby stuck up his anus cavity.
Canon.
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 Accidentally made canon.
According to a Twitter poll, you want to replace it with a bigger ruby.
I'll accept that challenge.
Go shopping.
As soon as Ryan gives me a 600 GP ruby, straight up the old. Don't want to say.
The old.
The old.
Back
Let's
up
keep it. Let's keep it advertiser
The old
friendly.
dusty road.
That means I can't swear.
Yeah, you can swear in like whatever language you swear in.
Yes,
Oh, wait,
it's
I'm
just,
not allowed
it's
to
just
swear?
Ryan's got to clean it up in post, in editing. The YouTube
Oh, if I
video.
can tell someone a hell of a
Editing? Editing?
Yeah.
What is this shit?
Whenever someone swears, Ryan, you gotta cover it up with like that.
Yeah, like a dolphin noise.
Or just Bella saying her real name. Just.
Yeah.
I will do something.
I'll give you an ASMR.
Different Bella quote.
Hold on. Everyone be quiet. Hold on. Like that. There you go. So you can isolate that now.
This D&D game has just gone really fucking weird.
You mean it's only just one weird?
Oh dear. Anyway, let's do a proper recap. So in the last stream, you guys escaped the Underdark. Finally,
thank God.
After very brazenly telling a fat dragon he was fat.
Yes,
Two people doing it in a row, consecutively. Woo!
That was not a good thing to do. However,
Yep.
Are we dead?
no, not yet. So yes, so you guys hightailed it out of there and managed to escape through a portal. And yeah, that's exactly where we are. Yeah, without giving too much away. So we are going to jump in essentially where it ended last time. You guys stepped through a portal.
Fucking portal.
Yeah, you
A
just
mystery portal.
you just fucking bamfed the fuck out of existence and reappeared somewhere else.
And not just any portal, a portal that was guarded by the hands of Hadar, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Gross tentacle motherfucker.
So yes, so that's where you guys are going to start. So you, I think you all entered one at a time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I
I also have a mule with me.
Yes, you
Just
do.
saying.
Oh, Reggie.
I
Oh,
don't
Reggie.
remember the specific order that you guys went in, so I'm just going to say that you guys just appear all at the same time. You realise quite quickly that you are not in the Underdark anymore, because you can feel this this like natural breeze coming from further afield. It's just like this natural wind, and you can get the smell of like there's like the smell of like countryside minus shit.
Fucking hell.
You get all that sort of like pollen-y sort of smell. You can you're in a cave that looks very similar to the one that you were in a few moments ago. However, you can see that there's some light creeping out of the cave, as there seems to be like a natural exit. You can't see any other way out from this place, except for the way that's shining the light.
Is it completely dark around us?
It is the light that's coming in from further afield is basically bouncing around the cave,
Right.
But it does illuminate the cave quite substantially, not in a blinding way. It gives you essentially like low light.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll be leading old Reginald upward towards the light and hoping people follow me.
Yeah, you up front then, Dave.
Oh, hold on. We're in a cave. Yeah, Nook's not going up front with a fucking mule. What if the cave gets really small? Then we're all stuck. Yeah, no. So Nook will kind of explain that logic
Well,
as I have a moment of intelligence.
unless anyone would, prefer to go up front, I'm feeling a lot better. A bit crispy, but feeling a lot better, so I don't mind going up front.
If you're volunteering a tribute, then go for it.
I volunteer as tribute!
But I will just say, most of us got our clothes burned off in the last session.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So we
Not me.
really feel that breeze.
Yeah.
Ooh, fully clothed. I'm just there snapping my suspenders. Ooh! Oh, that's good, that.
But if Genevieve is like, actively volunteering to go up front, then she will. Otherwise, Artemis will take it.
Yes, I will sneak, and I'll be checking for traps.
Give me a stealth roll.
Like real D&D boys.
15.
Okay. Give me a perception check for your traps.
14.
14. Okay. How far ahead do you want to go?
I'll keep within seeing distance of the other guys.
So about 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go on ahead, and you can just go around the corner, and you can see it's daylight. And it's blinding.
Yeah, it hurts my eyes.
Yeah, it burns. It's like staring into the sun for too long for you within like an instant.
You now have like agoraphobia.
So we need to get
Been in the
Genevieve some
ground so
eclipse
long.
glasses.
Pretty much.
Some D&D eclipse glasses.
I need some.
Right.
What are they called? Reaction lenses. Need some of them.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Well, my glasses were the fantasy equivalent of reaction lenses.
So they just turned into aviators or some shit.
No, they didn't physically change in appearance. They just helped me see normally in light. So yeah, I'm just gonna be blind for a bit. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Sounds like life's going well.
But now blind. Well,
You can probably see roughly about 10-15 feet outside of the cave, but after then your eyes strain, and after a few seconds you have to turn your gaze and look back into the cave and close your eyes because it hurts.
Okay, what can I see 10 to 15 feet in front of me?
You can see something that you, for a long time, you didn't think that you would ever see again. You see grass and a tree.
I'm just gonna like fall to my knees and just like touch the grass. Oh my god!
Would you roll me?
just
Would you roll me a d20, please?
Oh,
no.
fuck's
Oh,
sake!
no.
Oh god!
Did you just start rolling in poison ivy or something?
4.
4. As you're like touching the grass, a few moments later, you realise you put your hand in some poop.
Oh, nice. It might soothe the burns.
It's like it's probably been there for like half a day. It's like crusty on top, but then like warm and like moosey in the middle.
Oh mate, it's got curative properties.
I'll just find a patch of grass that hasn't got poo on it and wipe the poo off.
An important question is, did any of that poo touch any of her burnt areas? Because infections are deadly, you know, you guys. You've got to pay attention to these things.
Well, that was my right hand, so hopefully not.
I'm going to say not. Definitely don't want a character dying from fucking...
I was about to say
from
that.
an infection.
Poo infection.
Why did you
What
die?
happened to your party?
Now we cut back to Genevieve for the next 4 days as she's dying of
We all got
sweats in a
red-eyed
bed.
and died.
Oh dear. Anyway, yes. So that happens. What do
I'm
you
guessing
do?
we catch up to her.
Yeah. A few moments go past. There's probably around about the time where you realise that you've got shit on your hands that everybody comes around the corner.
I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna turn round and hide the hand behind my back.
You, having
I want a stealth check on that. I want a stealth check on that, please.
Sleight of hand.
I mean, it's up to Ryan what skill it is.
Let's do
I'll roll
sleight
perception.
of hand.
Now, do I get do
Oh.
I get? Where's my natural terrain stuff? Natural terrain.
Really the stuff you want to be using your stats for.
No, I just want to know if I have advantage on perception checks.
19.
Oh yeah, no, you bet me.
Shoop, hand behind the back.
Mate, it's like nothing ever happened. I would like to think that since Reginald has been down under for quite a while, he'd charge a little bit. He'd like trot a bit happy. He'd do zoomies, as they're called on the internet, where you just see animals like running about because they're so excited. They flap their arms and shit about. I like to think Reginald would do that.
Yeah, he looks really happy.
Yeah, he does.
He looks really happy.
I'll give him a little chase after and roll in the grass. I don't care if I get shit on me.
Okay, who has clothing that originated in the Underdark?
Oh, me.
Yep.
Not me.
As everyone comes around the corner, everyone else sees that your clothes singe in the sunlight and slowly disintegrate into dust.
Cool! I'm naked, bitches!
Now we're all naked in a field with shit. And
Okay,
a mule.
my robe was something I made in the Underdark.
Nah, that's different, and it's
That's
magical.
fine, then.
It's magical, so
That's fine.
you're okay.
If I had my old clothes on, that would be fine. But no, I've just got these rags from corpses.
Right, hold on. I need to open because I'm pretty sure there's traveller's clothes in the bag of holding. I think there's some clothing in the bag of holding.
Yeah, but not
Right,
enough
and
for all
would
of
my
us.
bag have survived the dragon?
Would your
Backpack?
On the cloak? Would Droki's cloak doesn't? Oh no, it's because it's magical.
You had it.
I'm
Yeah,
going
anyway.
to say with that roll that your bag it basically loses its straps.
But I still have it?
Yep, you kind of have to drag it.
Excellent. I'm putting some clothes on from it then.
Do you have any spare clothes in there?
I have a costume. Do you want it left down?
Surely it'd be a costume for a dwarf though.
Yeah. That's a good point. Although you're quite tall for a dwarf, so.
Yeah, that is very true. God. Google Drive taking so long to load.
Traveller's clothes. There are 2 sets of traveller's clothes in the bag of holding. 2 sets.
Okay, so who's currently naked apart from me
Me.
and Ignatia?
I'm good.
I have
Oh,
a
right.
robe.
That's fine then. We'll have the clothes.
Yay!
Right.
Let's hope they fit.
Well, it was my bag of holding, so it'll be clothes that fit me.
To be honest, I don't even know where we got them from.
That was all stuff from my inventory that I put in the bag.
Oh, right. Okay.
It also is highlighted in blue, so I'm assuming that all of
Oh,
that
one of
stuff
them was... Oh, if it's highlighted in blue, then they were tides.
Yeah, so one of them is Tide's, the other one is whoever's.
Mine.
I'll take tides then.
I will take my own.
Do they stink of ale?
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Bit- There's a bit of like crusty, like pastry.
Oh dear.
I don't know, Lee. What would Tide's clothes look like?
Like his regular clothes?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like probably just regular clothes. Nothing special. Nothing creative I can think of right now.
Tank top and
I
jeans.
mean, he's basically
Yeah.
like
It's like a mesh tank top.
3/4.
Some leather pants.
Hot pants.
Flip flops.
Yeah.
chaps, assless chaps.
assless chaps.
It's got to be
and a-
flip-flops. It's got to be flip-flops for a water Genasi.
No, Crocs.
Oh, Crocs, yeah. There we go. Crocs.
Sea blue Crocs.
Hey,
With like turquoise embellishments.
Yeah.
nice. Some she cells just scattered on them.
He's like glued them on himself, so there's like bits of like glue.
Lots of sand in them as well.
Yeah.
Not clean
It's got
properly.
like a googly-eyed clam on top of it.
Yeah.
I can just see Lee shaking his head.
Tide did grow up in a very serious setting.
He
It's
had
when
a
he got
serious
left-
backstory.
It's when he got left on his own that things fucked up.
That's when he customized his Crocs.
Wait, does that mean like Tide's wearing like a Hawaiian? Tide would have had like a Hawaiian shirt and like.
I tell you,
Only for
he's
beach
got
times. Only for beach
Mesh.
times.
a mesh tank top.
This isn't gonna end well.
You've turned Tide into a hillbilly. Oh shit, Soundwave, come back.
I've turned him into like.
One of my Transformers fell down out of anger. I want you to know this.
Anyway, swiftly
Are we
moving on.
sidetracking again?
Just trying to reel everybody back in. Okay, so one of the main things that is going to happen from now on is that I'm not going to give you a map.
Uh-oh.
Somebody is going to have to take responsibility of being the amateur
The navigator.
or expert cartographer.
Oh,
Back to
no.
deny
Oh
it.
god. No, fuck that. I'm not drawing shit.
I'm gonna go no.
You're the artiste.
You are the artist.
I'm an illustrator, but I'm not a fucking cartographer.
They're the same thing. You use
Have you
pencils.
seen this shit? Like I drew boobs. Like that's as good as it's gonna.
And it's a better map than any of us could have
That's
come up
all
with.
we need from you, Noz. If you just direct the way via boobs, we'll be fine. We'll get it.
Ah,
Yeah.
boob navigation.
All of us here like boobs.
Yeah,
it's
I'd follow
fine.
boobs,
We'll get it.
so-
I will find the hidden penises in your pictures.
Oh god, he would.
It's like Google Maps.
That's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna sneak penises into my maps, and then it's gonna be a fun little game for Lee called "Where's Willie?"
Where's Tide's
Is it a
Willy?
stripey Willy?
Yeah. Oh god, do I need a separate book? Fuck's sake, man! It's a good thing I've got a hoard of notebooks.
I thought it'd be more appropriate to drop this on you as we're playing.
Thanks.
I mean, I opened it to the forum for, you know, people to nominate who wants to be the the map person. And everybody nominated you.
Thanks, guys.
It's alright.
There we go.
Shit, map. Where the fuck? Here we go. Okay. I do have a map, by the way. Except for you. You guys are most likely never going to see it. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if you take directions correctly.
Where's up?
Because you might get lost.
Ah, Jesus, dude. I don't think I'm ready. I don't have the short-term memory for it.
Anyway, okay, so you're outside of a cave that looks quite dismissive from the outside. It looks, there's no like architecture to it. It just looks like a natural formed entrance to like a bear cave or like a bugbear of some description. What you can see outside, for those that aren't suffering from temporary sun blindness, is it looks to be like it's mid-afternoon by the position of the sun. it feels really nice to have sun rays beating against your face. You can hear like flora and fauna around. There's a few trees smitted around wherever you are, and there's to your left there seems to be like a like an embankment that goes over you, and as you look across, you can't obviously see immediately over the embankment, but you can see further afield. It looks like there's a lake that goes on.
I haven't taken any of that down because I found a new book.
Shit maps, did
with squares.
Yeah.
Proper map.
Wait, so is Nos going to make like the entire world map?
I guess so.
Someone needs to take notes. That's all I'm saying.
So, cave. I'm going to draw that at the bottom of the page.
Who's got cartography as their background?
Nope.
Who's got
mate.
Who's got natural wanderer? Who's got a high nature survival? These are
I have a
I
+5 in
have-
survival and a +6 in nature.
Nope, shit.
And then I've got all the I can't be made lost by anything but magic.
Okay, do you know where north is all the time?
Maybe.
You can make an educated guess.
Fuck. Travel benefits after 1 hour traveling in the wild. No, it's only in wilderness. So I'm guessing not.
Okay, so you technically are in the wilderness. However, just someone needs to find north. You want to roll me a check? Somebody. Nature check.
I'll roll a nature check.
I'm not proficient in nature.
16.
Oh god, I'm awful in nature.
It takes you a few moments to realise that north is basically pointing you back towards the cave.
Right.
Got you.
So the
On
lake.
R6.
So the lake is south of the cave.
Okay.
They're looking at the cave. You can see that you're at basically the base of a gradual ascension to a not, ridiculously high mountain, but it does go far up as what you can see.
Right.
Within the space of probably a mile or so. And then it goes exponentially taller and taller, so you're at the base of like some sort of mountain range. And if you look southeast, sorry, you can see that the mountains go that way, and northwest the mountains go up that, so it kind of goes diagonally across the terrain.
Right.
I can't envision this at all.
So we're kind of like the mountain has like a curvature, and we're in the middle where the curvature starts. Or is that its peak? Right. Okay. So picture a V, Nos,
Yeah.
and the V is the mountains, and then we're kind of like on the inside.
Is it like
of the
loads
V.
of mountains grouped together?
Yes.
It's like a what's the word for it? It's a range.
Did you say yes, Ryan?
I did, yeah.
It's like
Okay.
a range.
Let's draw some triangles.
Oh, I know where we are.
Oh no. Is that bad or good?
I think I know where we are actually. I don't know if Nook would know. No, Nook would know. Isn't
So,
it?
like that.
Yeah. That's
This is where we are. This is the mountain peak, and I've written cave there.
Oh, it's like I can't remember what it's called. Fuck.
Do you want to know
Carry
why?
on with the
Do you
game.
want to know why you don't remember what it's called?
Have you changed it?
Because none of you have been there.
Well, no, it's like since Nook is from the High Forest, he's from the Sword Coast. Surely you would know the mountain ranges in the area, and like, if the mountain range is behind us and that's true north.
Who says we're in the Sword Coast though? We literally just went through a portal. We could be
That's
anywhere.
very true. It's very true. Fuck. I didn't even think about that.
But then I imagine
Maybe
Nook
on
would be
different
making those
planes.
guesses.
Are we on Brokeback Mountain?
No.
Well, there goes my educated guess.
Okay.
So I'm guessing after we've all like rolled around in the grass and like really just enjoyed, just enjoyed being outside for once. I'm guessing we like start making a plan for like what we're gonna do next.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, what's as we exit the cave? Sorry, I missed it the first time. What's directly in front of us? Is there any like forestry, or is it just green land, like grass?
So there's a few like tall, like pine sort of trees that are like smattered around the cave entrance and scattered around this sort of like. This like base of the mountain range as such, and you can see that it goes on. It's not dense. It's kind of like it's just haphazardly grown. But directly in front of you is some grassland, a little bit of grassland, and then there's like this the ground goes over, and then there's a lake out in front of you.
And does the lake travel west to east, or does it kind of go diagonal?
It's kind of so it's more west than it is east, but it kind of does encroach on the south.
Okay, so it's sort of almost coming directly towards us, but veering to the west.
Yep.
Got you. I'm just taking a guess. I'm taking a guess.
Is it like a snowy mountain?
No. This height, this altitude, it's not snowy at all. Like further up from what you can see, it seems to be temperate climate.
Okay, cool. So we wouldn't be in the Sword Coast because those are snowy mountains, I believe, if I remember correctly.
There is a range called the Snowy Mountains.
Is there anywhere? Oh, sorry.
However, it's too early to say whether you are or not in the Sword Coast.
Yeah, it's just right now I'm just trying to think that if we were in the Sword Coast, where I would go. You know, just assuming that we are, so we've got some kind of information. Is everyone rested up? Is everyone good on like spells?
Yeah, we
and
all
shit?
rested before we
all
went
had a
through
long
the.
rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we're all rested. Should we try to find a path then?
I think. Do we? Fuck. This is way too intricate. Is the lake fed through the mountain, or is it fed, or does it feed river? Like, does it feed rivers? Is basically what I'm asking.
You would need to go further to the lake to find out, because from where you are now, you can see.
No, that's fair. I think being a nature and survival guy, I would know that following rivers is usually a good way to kind of get your bearings on where you are, at least to find some civilization. So I think when we're all planning and seeing what we're going to do next, I think Nook will bring that up as maybe a plan of action.
Okay.
What everyone else doing?
Turning into tree-hugging hippies.
I am going to... Okay, I'm just going to start walking towards the lake. Because I want to wash my poopy hand.
That none of us know about.
That none of you know about.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk towards the lake. Anybody else that wants to join Genevieve?
I'll walk with her, but I won't walk like to the lake. I'll walk a little bit, just like maybe 20, 30 feet out, just see if I can see anything, like any animals or anything like that.
Animals. What do you see? Okay, you see like a couple of like elk-looking creatures. I'm not sure what the equivalent in D&D is, but that essentially Ryan is calling them elk. They notice you as you're walking towards the lake, and then they, you know,
Scamper.
Yeah, they scamper off. Out in the lake, you can see that it looks quite calm. As you look east on the lake, you see that there's a waterfall that feeds into the lake. There's like a couple of times it cascades down the particular part of the mountain range, and then about half a mile away from you is where the waterfall hits, and then it feeds all this lake in.
Just to go on that point, cartographer note here. Do you mean the waterfall is to the west?
Oh God! Oh,
because we are currently upside down.
Is the map upside down?
Well, no, because you said north is behind us.
Yeah, so to get to the lake, you would have to have walked south.
Have you started at the bottom? Oh no, Nars.
It's okay. The book can be turned upside down.
Yeah, just turn your book upside down. Just turn your book upside down, Nars. You should have started at the top.
Why?
Because north is at the top traditionally on maps.
I like to make things difficult for myself.
Also,
right,
also, now the map is upside down, or technically it is the right way up. You're going to have to draw the lake on the other side.
Okay. But it did curve in like that.
Yes, it did.
Oh, I ain't got a fucking rubber.
Oh no, not another adventure in rubbers.
So whilst you're looking for a rubber, you can see the waterfall. It cascades down this mountain range and it feeds into the lake. On the other side of the lake, which is roughly about another quarter of a mile, you can see that there are some trees that kind of like force it to split into two. You imagine there's probably a patch of land, but that bit of land is so overgrown with trees, it looks like the trees have literally uprooted through the ground and forced the lake to split. And then after then they kind of like split off into like two rivers, and they go out of your view. Because as you're looking down the lake to where it splits off into the river, into the two rivers, you can see that the landscape slightly tilts downwards. It's got like a downwards elevation, so you can see somewhat further than what you normally would be able to.
Did you get all that, Noz?
No, because I was too busy ripping the fucking... This is a really, really hard thing to do, guys. I just want you to know that.
Oh no,
I'm not like... I'm not...
You don't have to take like massive notes. It's just that you're...
No, Noz is drawing it out.
Ah, right, okay. There's your problem.
Waterfall. Lake. Trees.
As soon as we get to a city, we'll just buy a fucking map, and then Ryan will have to show us it.
You know what we'll do? We'll just hire our own personal cartographer. We'll call him like Steve. He'll follow us wherever we go, and he'll just draw maps for us.
Can you get a doty that fucking draws maps?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Lee, can you make that?
A little robot dude who can draw maps.
Well, I just picked one that specifically couldn't draw maps, but you know, sure.
Oh yeah, you picked that
needed.
like Death Goose, didn't you?
Like, yeah, no, I didn't pick Death
you
Goose.
didn't pick the Death Goose. It's a point of strain in our relationship right now. Didn't
But
pick the Death Goose.
I specifically picked one that said can't draw maps.
I told Lee that he could take the Death Goose under one condition, which made the Death Goose less appealing.
Oh, no. I just decided Death Goose wasn't the best thing to have.
Was it because
And
he couldn't
I
have the
disagree
Hydra?
very strongly.
To put it very bluntly, so we don't get into like a massive conversation about it, the essentially the Death Goose, as more it gets its head chopped off and grows more heads.
Oh yeah, it's broken, isn't it?
Yeah, the heads don't die. So within the space of a couple of sessions, you could end up with a 300-headed Death Goose that rolls 300d6 fucking damage per turn.
Yeah,
Come at me, Demogorgon.
I do want to make it clear that Ryan's taking away the Hydra ability did not affect the decision not to have a Death Goose. I don't want to.
The maker of the Death Goose to feel pissed.
Oh god, that's loud.
Hey.
Jesus.
Okay, I fixed it.
Boom, done.
Oh, Cal, your mic
Well,
is
your
really
mic's
loud.
like done something. Don't know what, but it's just super sensitive.
Oh, have you hooked up a lapel mic?
No, it's a Bluetooth thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the phone, I can't change that much.
That sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's not as loud. I'll turn it down a little bit.
Let me kill Skype properly.
Alright.
So we see two rivers that branch out from this lake.
Yeah.
Or is it a river that branches out into two rivers?
No, the lake gets split by these trees, or this patch of land that essentially turns the lake into it's two halves, and then the two halves go separate ways.
I see now.
Yeah, out in the lake, you can see that there is there's a figure appears every now and again on the surface, like an upper torso of a person, and then they disappear, and then you see like a fin of some description appear for a moment. It looks a couple of times and then it vanishes.
Is this me who sees this?
Anybody that was paying attention.
A mermaid's monstrosities?
No.
No, they're fake.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
We need to all go. Ooh, loud noise.
Fuck.
Well, I'm going over there to wash my poo hand anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna anger all the mermaids. How dare you shit
It's
in
like
my water?
putting my poo hand in your water.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I know if mermaids are like friendly, or at least, you know, I'm able to communicate with them and have a conversation?
Yeah. Give me a check.
Ooh, natural one.
Hey.
Starting out large.
Lee, you're muted again.
God fucking damn it.
Was there a really good joke in there?
All I said was it's the opposite of whatever Ryan says right now.
No, if he tells me that I know nothing, it's fine. If he tells me that I do know something, that's when it's fucked.
You know you know that mermaids do exist.
Sweet.
So mermaids don't exist. Nook and everyone else is tripping major balls.
It's all those mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't know much about mermaids, so I'm just gonna leave them alone. Could I fish with my crossbow? If I stick my head underwater, can I see fish?
Oh no. This is how you die. this is not... Why are you
Yeah,
just being like,
sure.
oh, fish?
Let's
A mermaid,
do
and
this.
then just like, you know what I should do?
I don't know anything about mermaids. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, go for it. If that's what you want to do. Do you dunk your head into the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, well, it don't matter anyway, because I got a 2.
God.
Yeah, you don't really go that far out.
Oh no, I'm only short.
You get your head into the water, and then you realise very quickly that your face is touching gravel.
I just face planted the riverbed.
I didn't dive. I just popped my head under.
Yeah.
I didn't like slam my fucking face into the floor.
No, you're just like, oh shit, gravel.
Just like, oh, no, dirt.
Danny stones.
No, I don't see any fish, so I'll wade back out.
Okay.
Are you guys like... you guys don't like fucking around in nature? Can we like...
I'm washing my poo hand in the
I know you
water.
are.
Yeah, you take
like going...
you take a bit of like dry leaf or a bit of rag or whatever you've got, and then you wipe the poop off your hand.
Yay.
What is everyone else doing while this is happening? Are you just standing watching
I'm just standing watching because this is just way too weird and funny.
like a bunch of voyeurs? Yeah, so it's, you estimate that it's roughly about 2 in the afternoon. You would assume if you followed a river that is a good way of, you know, trying to find civilization. You're most likely going to either come to a road or a bridge or a settlement of some description.
Yeah.
However, looking at your terrain around, it doesn't appear to be familiar in any way to anybody.
Anyone at all? Not even the person from the weird place? Where are you from again?
If this was the elemental plane of fire, you would know where you are.
I'd assume there'd be fire.
You would, and less water. So yeah, so what do you guys do? How are you guys going to proceed?
I mean, like I said, I presented the option to follow a river.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Sounds a good plan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we're just following the river down until we see somewhere, or until we, I guess, get tired.
Just around the river there.
And is it just grassland and some spattering of trees alongside this river? Because I'm going to have to go on to page 2 in a minute.
Yeah, you don't have to draw everything. You can draw like key places. If you wanted to do like a page for like a full region of the map. Otherwise you're going to be burning through pages if you're doing it in the scale that you're doing it right now.
Right, got you. See, I'm not a fucking cartographer. Why is this a thing?
I could do it, but it would be indiscernible scribbles. And when you
I mean-
ask me where we are, I
I
will
mean, this
not.
is like the best you're getting out of me at the minute, and it's just
That
like...
is better than anything I think most of us could do.
It's already annoying me!
Fuck no.
So
okay.
you've got squares on your map, right?
Yeah.
So use the scale that every 2 squares is a day's travel.
Alright.
Yeah, that way that you're doing like a really large map and you're only putting in key points. Because if you're gonna draw out every single thing that I'm gonna detail, you're just gonna be sat there drawing for every session. And I may give you a map at some point under the assumption that this place does have cartographers.
Hopefully, we can hope.
If not, we can start our own business.
Very true. There is an open market.
We can introduce. There's an open market. We can trademark it.
We can invent the map.
Yes. And maybe even paper and pens.
That they already exist, guys.
Shh! You don't know that.
Over there be dragons. Okay, so you're following the river. Who's leading?
Yes.
Who's doing what? Who's on the cart with Regis or Reginald? Sorry, not Regis.
We had to leave the cart because it was too cumbersome.
So who's traveling with, in what order, and how you doing it? Give me a description, people.
I would offer Crex to sit on the back of Reginald with me if she didn't want to walk, because is a mule built for gnomes. So, might be able to fit an armoured tall dwarf on there.
I've got no armour, it burnt away.
Oh no, it burnt away. So yeah.
I'm wearing 5.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, I don't know if we'd be leading though. I think with Reginald being a mule and not like a war horse, is probably best in the back.
Yeah, he's going to be weighed down because the pair of you are sat on. He's used to only.
He's used to pulling.
Yeah, pulling or you riding him when you don't have the cart or a cart hooked up. So you two are going to have to be most likely at the back. So who's out of the 3 that are left? Who's at the front?
I'll go at the front.
Okay, so Ignatius at the front, Genevieve and Artemis are in the middle, and you two are at the back with Reginald.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you guys follow the river for approximately about 3 hours. Probably would stop to eat at some point. Whether you're going to eat something out of the bag of holding or whether you're going to forage for it, that's up to you. I'm not really going to go into massive detail about it.
Yeah. I'll forage for now.
Do you want to give me a roll?
Yeah, sure. Is it a survival, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. That's a 9. Oh, wait. 8.
You managed to get enough.
I also get double what I forage usually if I've been traveling for an hour. So
yeah. So you managed to get enough like small like rabbits or squirrels or that kind of thing. Nothing too large. But you do manage to get a few. So everybody's adequately nourished. And plus you're walking down by a river, so you don't need water. So after like a few hours, you come to what appears to be a long since abandoned logging camp. There appears to be it's probably not been used in a couple of years because the tree stumps that have been cut down have started to grow back a little bit.
There's any sign of life at all?
No, there is a somewhat half ruined like cabin sort of structure that's in the centre. But other than that, there's no sound of life. You can still hear like all sort of like nature noises around. It just seems to be like a rather peaceful midsummer's day.
Okay. I was like, I can still hear you. I've got Bluetooth headset on. I need drugs.
catch a word of that.
Nope,
I need drugs. I need drugs.
I just realised it's like 8 o'clock and I'm feeling like crap.
So are we? So it's a cabin. So I'm guessing it's like a built-up structure. Does it look like it's like in good nick? Like there's not like holes going through it and shit.
The right side of the cabin looks like it's had a tree fallen into it. So it's that side of the cabin is like smashed in with the tree.
So the trees fall back.
Yeah. So the tree is still there.
It happens.
But the rest of the cabin looks intact.
Right. I think Nook will get off of Reginald and whispers over to Genevieve. And he says, maybe you should have a little scout, see if it's all clear.
Sorry, I'm like just not in the game at the minute.
Oh right, that was out. Fuck, I didn't realise that was out of character.
But you thought Genevieve was like, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like her.
Yeah, good plan. Whatever Nook said.
Well, no, it involves you.
I wasn't sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's all right. I'll let you do whatever you're doing. I'll go take a look. I'll have a stealth around.
That's what I say. Iggy can stealth.
Yeah, you're probably
semi decently.
Well, whatever way Ignatia circles around,
I've got a good stealth.
I'll do the opposite way as well.
Okay.
Right,
well, if Crex is better at stealthing, then yeah, Crex can go the opposite way instead.
I have +8 to stealth, so
Yeah, no, that's way better than mine.
I have +4.
What
I think.
What?
What's this happening? Where are we? What?
Right. Jesus, guys, fucking hell.
stealth.
Wow, this is
Do
falling
whatever it
apart
was.
very quickly.
Right. We're at a log cabin that's been abandoned that has a tree smashed into it.
Okay.
Okay, and I suggested that maybe someone check it out.
I rolled 17 +8, so 20. No, 19 +8, so 27 stealth.
No, I'm not going to beat
I'm
that.
going to go and check it out.
Okay.
Okay. So you're stealthing. Who's going into the cabin, or are you just going around the cabin?
I'm going to go around the cabin, have a look, see what I can see.
So there is like a window that looks like it's been smashed in, probably by the force of the impact of the tree landing onto the cabin. Inside, you can see that there's majority of it is covered in leaves and dust. It's been, It looks like it's been emptied, and obviously with the hole and the tree still lying onto the house, the cabin even. You can imagine just natural shit's being blown in. The rest of the cabin still has a solid roof, so it is quite dry in there. Looks like there's a couple of desks, as well as like a small bed that looks like it's all been disused or it's just been left there, as well as a large cabinet, like a wardrobe sort of like styles large cabinet.
Okay. Is there anything in the cabinet?
You would have to go inside the cabin because you were outside. So
I would like to. I'd like to go in the cabin. Would you like me to check for shit?
you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, I'm going to check for traps.
Yeah, I would. After a statement like that. I mean, if you just want to die on the pit of spikes, that's fine.
I mean, you
18.
18. You make out like I'm just gonna fucking kill everybody. Jesus.
Oh, that's fine.
No.
Right, you walk into the cabin, and surprise, surprise, nothing happens.
You say that, but it was like, oh, we made it to Kraken's flat. Oh, a Demogorgon, yay!
So you go into the cabin, and you wanted to check out the cabinet, correct?
Yes, please.
Yes. So you open the cabinet. It seems to be a couple of sets of clothes.
Okay.
They are. There's a couple of tunics and a couple of sets of trousers. They all seem to be like the same sort of like color,
Okay.
and have like a similar sort of design. It's pretty much what you'd expect of like a not so much of like a lumberjack to wear or like a worker, but it's something a little bit higher than that, maybe like a foreman or something. They look nice, but they're not ornate, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hard wearing clothes.
Having been quite travelled as a person, they don't seem to fit any sort of like style that you've ever come across.
Okay. Would they fit on naked members of the party?
They would fit anybody that would need to wear them.
Okay. I'm gonna stuff them in my bag that I'm dragging everywhere.
Okay. There's a couple of desks around. They have like drawers and such.
Okay.
And that's about it in the cabin.
Okay. I'll come out and report what I found to the chief.
Okay.
They've got the bag of holding.
Me, still.
Look, do you mind if I just dump these in the bag of holding, please? I have to have
No
a couple of
worries.
clothes over.
So what do I put under? Just 2 sets of clothes.
Yeah, black.
2 sets. And what's the weight?
Let's just go for like £2 a piece.
So it'll be £4 in total. Okay. Yeah, cool. That's they're not worth it, are they?
Probably like a couple of gold.
Alright, cool. Nothing. It's negligible.
Just a stealing really important or something.
If we just stole from like a park ranger or something.
Probably, yeah. I think with get Smokey the fire safety bear on you. Yeah, I guess if it's all clear, Knuckle kind of suggests to everyone that maybe we should camp there tonight. At least we'll have a roof over his heads.
But the trees fall back.
Only on one side. Only on one side, I mean.
What happened to your voice?
It's stroke.
Okay. Are you guys camping there this evening?
Should be fine. Yeah.
If everyone else wants to, but I am against the idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best idea, but if everyone else thinks we should. I've seen enough horror movies to know that creepy abandoned cabins are just not a very good idea.
Well, I mean, it's either that or we're in the woods.
Cabin in the woods. Be fine.
This could be someone's murder shack.
Murder shack.
We'll have watchers, so we'll always have someone up. That's how we did it in the Underdark. There was literally 2 of us had a watch, and then you stayed up because you only need 4 hours.
After his power nap, he's fine. Less cranky.
So it's no biggie.
There's actually been some changes to the sleep rules recently.
Oh no.
As there?
Yes, I think it's only minimal changes. I will send you the errata on Facebook when I find it.
All right. So for the time being,
it's nothing massive.
So are we camping in the cabin then, or do you guys really think this is a horrible idea?
No, I'm good.
We are literally about to step into horror movie territory, and if you're all fine with it,
I'm absolutely fine with it. Let's get this weird shit on the road.
I swear to God, if a doll appears, I am out. Like
We
running
set
out.
up camp in the cabin.
I will take my chances with the mermaids.
I like to point out that you guys have been so fucked up from like the Underdark that you are suffering from so much PTSD and paranoia that a hot fucking summer's day and an empty log cabin is the worst thing that could ever come across for you guys.
Yes, Ryan. This is what you've done to us. We were perfectly functioning humans before this campaign. Now it's like everything's gonna kill us.
We're gonna die. Okay, so who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, who's taking?
I'll take second watch.
So Nook, Crex, and then I assume that Artemis is taking the last half.
Yeah. Does this count as a short or long rest?
Long rest.
Then that means I finished my buddy.
Your buddy.
Sweet.
How I've somehow carried around this buddy and working on it with no one noticing up until this point.
You've just been like Frankenstein, slowly constructing this beast, and we've all just been like, "Did you see that mermaid?"
I'm like Chewie with just bits of mechanical things hanging off my back the whole time. And
Look at this thing that I've made. It's a marvel to society. It'll change the world as we know it. Oh, look at the birds. Okay, so you guys take a set up camp for the evening. Is there anything that you want to do with your little bit of downtime that you have before we end the day?
not that I can think of, no.
No business.
Oh, Crex, you should try and heal or spend some spells on Genevieve's wounds, see if you can fix them. That
Thanks.
one, that thing that you can do. You should do that to the burn victim.
Very good point you make.
I am full of the good ideas.
You being smart.
Right.
I hate my computer.
Right. That's right.
It looks like my computer has died.
He's back.
No, I'm not.
Back again.
Fuck!
I can still hear you.
Oh,
Stream is like Schrodinger's cat. It's both
Oh,
down
yeah.
and up.
For me, after Ryan just yawned, I don't know how far behind that is.
No, I'm trying to
Reloading the page.
closing and opening the app.
If we are live, this is
Technical problem.
this is the quality content. That
Oh, no,
everyone
wait.
comes from.
The stream's back up, but it's just Ryan. I think he's fixing things.
I'm trying to fix things. I fucking hate
Yeah.
Skype. I really,
Well, now we've lost that sponsorship deal, Ryan. I hope you're happy.
really fucking hate Skype.
To be fair, Skype is quite shit.
Oh man, it is fucking balls at the minute.
I've just got your camera.
Yeah, just Ryan.
On the
Just
stream.
Ryan.
On the stream.
Darkness.
Oh my god, I'll go into it. So
Smile.
Right, okay, so let's do something slightly smarter, and let's use this as an opportunity to take a break.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was about to suggest the same thing. I was like, maybe we should move the break forward a little bit. Just to,
what we'll do is we'll jump on to Google Hangouts and see if that works any better at the minute.
Penis maps, ahoy!
Oh, yay! Time to doodle things that we are meant to.
Right, okay. So we're going to take a break, and then hopefully shit will be sorted when we get back. So 5 minutes.
Theory.
Ah, I didn't see you there. Come, closer into the light. These eyes aren't what they used to be. Now, let me get a good look at you. Oh, you seek adventure, do you? Well, you've come to the right place. I've many a tome of tragedy and triumph, of mystical beasts and aberrations, and of powerful warriors and those who have won the favour of the arcane arts. But I see you are no ordinary riffraff. No, 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 no. You are in search of finer pieces of literature. I give you the tale of the infamous murder hobos, the wasted criticals.
Followed.
Oh, I think we'll be back on in a few moments, because it's actually started to work. Yay, it's working.
3 hours. A log.
What was that?
Cabin.
Kel?
Right, done.
Test it.
Your mic keeps cutting out.
Yeah, it keeps making you sound really far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, that's weird. Oh, I don't even know how to describe that.
Still the same?
Oh, where's all my shit? There we are. Right. Fuck, I don't think I have any highlighters. Hold on. Fuck it. I'll just box it for now.
Boom. Anyway, where were we?
We were making camp in the log cabin, sorting out watches.
Yes, we were. So, during Crex's watch, something happens. Whilst you're having a quick look around outside the cabin just to see if you can actually see something, you hear some movement beyond like a few trees, roughly about 30 feet out.
Okay.
It moves suddenly, stops, and then moves again. Nothing else happens for the rest of your watch.
What was the outcome of the Leicester restoration?
Oh, yes.
Oh, is that what were happening whilst my computer was being a bitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Sorry, Kel, say that again, because I can barely hear anything you say.
Yeah, I can't either, Kel.
Oh, God. Fucking shit against my table. Right.
Where's the call?
Nope.
How's that?
Oh.
That's better.
That's better.
For some reason it was using my phone's mic, not the Bluetooth headset mic.
Alright.
That's fine. So you were casting
I cast Lesser Restoration on Jen.
Lesser Restoration. Nope.
Right.
Okay. When you cast Lesser Restoration for a few seconds, Jen's able to look in direct sunlight without feeling like with a massive hangover,
Whoa!
and nothing else happens.
Okay.
Still burnt as fuck.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
You might need a bit more than lesser, maybe.
Yeah.
It like heals the handprint.
Yeah. That's just like a fingertip.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell.
Can't see nothing there, just handprint.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. So for the rest of your watch, nothing else happens. And it takes over to Artemis. And
Not me.
where's my D20? There's my D20. Nothing happens during your watch. It's quite peaceful.
Just how I like it.
Oh.
So you.
I'm. Last time I said this is how we got into the Underdark. Oh.
So you wake up this morning. Pretty much it's just like yesterday. It's warmish sort of day. What do you want to do? You guys have breakfast, whatever you guys want to eat, or forage, or such and such.
I'll forage again if need be.
I want to try and hunt some rabbits.
Can say, have you got survival technos?
Yeah, boy.
What have you got in it?
+4.
Oh, so if Genevieve's helps me, can I get advantage on that? Because we can go hunting together.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I got a +5 in my survival.
Do I also roll, or am I just giving him advantage?
You're just giving him advantage.
Okay.
Oh, thank God for that fucking advantage. I got an 18 and a 3, so that'll make it 23? Yeah, 23.
Yeah, so between the pair of you, you managed to down a small deer.
Hey! And we become closer friends in the process.
We do. It was a bonding experience.
You know, I saw the lust for blood as soon as you shot the second arrow into the heart, and I was like, you know what? I get that.
It's been a while. It's been approximately an hour since I last killed something, so...
Yeah, so then do we eat this deer and then get back on the road?
Yeah, you managed to skin it, get some meat, eat, and then set off again.
I'd like to keep the antlers, if that's fine. If it has antlers. You said deer, you didn't say like buck, so I'm guessing it doesn't have any antlers.
Evens it does, odds it doesn't. Doesn't have any addlers.
Cool.
We should keep the pelt.
Yeah, we'll keep the pelt. I'll pop the pelt in the old thingamajigger.
Fashion a loincloth.
Yeah.
Or leave it out and like wash it, leave it out in the sun to dry, and
Well, that'll take time. Like,
yeah, we could do
we
it.
can just have the rotted, like the wet shit now, because we haven't really got time to like
All right, fair enough.
splay it out and shit.
Yeah.
Is this after the long rest?
Yeah, this is for breakfast now.
Oh, okay.
Venison for breakfast.
Let's say it's £10. Fuck it.
Yeah. So you guys head off. Roughly about 2-3 hours down following the river, you come to a small stone bridge that crosses the river, and you can see that there is a beaten path that leads to the bridge, and there is a signpost.
Oh. What does it say? Please say it's in fucking common. Oh my god, if it's not in common.
It is in common.
Thank
It says Castle Blackwater, and it points.
Does that ring a bell to anyone?
That's me.
The arrow points west. Castle Blackwater. Anybody that's proficient in history can give me a check.
Nope.
I think I might be. I'm not.
Fuck.
Nope.
Nobody's proficient.
We live for the future, alright?
I have a +5, but
Sadly, you're not proficient in this case.
Go
Go on.
No, sorry.
I should have taught proficient in history.
Shoulda, woulda,
I have
coulda.
+1.
Next character, Noz. Next character.
proficiency in history's come up a lot so far in this campaign. So yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like if you want to know anything about any place, then history tends to be where you would go, right?
Wait, we're meant to know where we are and figure things out and do stuff?
Well, some people do. Maybe,
No, fair enough.
kind of. Maybe not after the second episode. Okay, so you guys come up to this bridge. It's probably like at this point, roughly about 15 foot across. This bridge is quite sizable to be able to obviously get over that sort of like expanse. You can see that there's another signpost on the other side of the bridge that's pointing east, and then there's a beaten path that leads off into the distance that goes east.
What does the other sign say?
Under the assumption that you walk over and go and check.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it says Zazil's Tower.
Zazil? That sounds fucked. We're not going there.
do you tell that to
Sounds
anyone?
like a great holiday vacation place to go.
No, it doesn't. It sounds awful. I don't want to know a guy named Zazzle.
It sounds like he would have fabulous trinkets.
Sounds like he's like a really distant relative of Darby that Darby doesn't talk to.
He wants to be a real Invalsa, but actually...
He's from my mother's side, 18 times removed, 3 times
Yeah.
added, then removed another several times.
Yep.
Would any of us recognise that name?
No.
Cool.
Nook votes
Go on.
Castle Blackwater.
Artemis votes the other place.
Oh, fuck. We can't go from the frying pan into the fire,
Yeah,
right?
Blackwater sounds any better.
We have to have like a few like side missions where we kill orcs or goblins. Like we went from wolves that were actually children to the Underdark and killing minotaurs and demigorgons. You know what I mean? We just need like a few.
Let's take one nudist colony of a party and walk up to a place called Castle Blackwater.
Yeah, I feel like castle's a bad idea. Just I don't think we should just rock up to a castle and be like, "Hey, sup, royalty or whatever you are. Hi, we are 5 semi-naked individuals who just wanna have fun."
And what do you think Zazzle's tower is?
I'm going to go with not a castle. Probably not a good idea either.
Ryan, there's no other sign postage.
No, there's no other way apart from these 2 directions and these 2 signposts that are signposted.
So let's put it to a vote. I vote Zazzle.
That's 1 out of 4.
Yeah, Blackwater.
That's 2 out of the others. Oh, great way for democracy, guys!
Let's go visit the castle.
Right, so that's 2 for castle.
I'm gonna go Zazzle.
Why did you say Zazzle? It just sounded like.
For fuck's sake! Why? I'm not a decision maker. Naomi doesn't decision make.
Yeah, but don't you want to say Zazzle for the next?
You're not Naomi though. You're Genevieve. Genevieve does make
isn't
decisions.
No, she makes bad decisions, like telling a dragon he's fat.
Like going to see Zazzle. So, there we go.
I like how that's the epitome of Genevieve's decision making. She called the dragon fat. She called a spade, and it just didn't end well.
Blackwater sounds official and scary. Zazzle sounds like it could be someone we could reason with.
I need a coin.
They've lived with the name.
Oh God, is it real? Jesus, just roll a d6.
They've lived with the name Zazzle all their lives. How bad can we be?
You know what I mean? It's just, oh, well, I fancy burgers, but I don't.
Mate, don't even.
Fucking hell.
We're going to Zazzle's.
Fuck yeah.
Well, there we are. At least we've reached a decision. I'm fine with this.
If Zazzle... Pardon?
Together, Kelly.
Nope.
I think that's the first decision ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Zazzle's turns out to be some sort of like fancy 80s club, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Disappointed? I think you mean excited.
Yeah, I'm going to be so excited. Actually, no, I'm going to be disappointed because I don't have Dave with me.
We're going to have to like throw together some outfits as fast as we can.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess
we head to Zazzle's tower.
Zazzle.
Oh, it's Zazzle's tower, eh? Okay. So, roughly a day and a half passes before you get to Zazzle's tower. You sleep. You do any sort of downtime that you wish to do. Someone's got a pelt they want to try and sort out, didn't they, or something?
I can try. I don't know how much I'd be able to do without the proper equipment, but I could try and dry it out a little bit. So I'm not sure what my capabilities are with drying pelts in the wild.
Just give me a D20 roll.
An 11.
11. Kind of alright. It's not too bad. It's not the best. It's kind of average. Is there anything else people want to do whilst you're travelling?
Just, scratching Reginald, telling him he's a good boy. That kind of deal.
Cool. Anybody else?
No, I'm just going to be pensive and brooding.
Okay, so after a day and a half travel, you come to what you believe to be Zazzle's tower. Well, what would have been Zazzle's tower. You see that there's also point to make. After another day's travel, you start to get the feeling that you're getting very close to a coastline. You can hear seagulls. The air is a little bit more salty. And then
that sea mist.
And then with another couple of more miles, you come to pretty much the coastline. You work your way across, keep following the pathway to the east, and you come to where the land basically comes to a point. There's some like steps that have been built in that go up towards this point as it rises up, and then halfway up the steps you see that it's been smashed. Something's ripped whatever was there away from the land. Whoever looks over the edge and looks down, you can see the remains of a very large wizard's tower at the bottom. The drop, however, is about 800 feet.
Fucking hell.
There's large, sort of like jagged claw marks along the side of the stone. That's about it that you can see just from passively looking.
Can I go in for a bit of an investigation and a look around closer?
Yeah, what are you looking? Well, how are you looking?
Shit, I don't know. I thought this through.
Just give me a roll.
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking for any sort of evidence as to like what happened here or anything.
Okay.
Or anything of interest. What am I doing?
Just give me the perception.
Perception is 12.
12. What's your passive? Is it Island 12?
Wait, 12? 22, sorry.
22.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Okay, so you are looking around like the immediate vicinity. You find some broken arrows. You find a buckler that was broken as well. There also seems to be some remains of some sort, like skeletal remains, as well as like a few scales. They seem to be like black in colour. They're quite big as well. If you think of like a small plate, like one scale is about that size.
Alright, well, this was a bad idea. Whose idea was to come here as an idiot? Let's go to the castle, like I said, in the first place.
Do you mention the scales?
I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, does he mention the scales?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of walking around and saying, as a...
Oh, come on.
So, I have advantage on survival and int checks to recall info about dragons.
Yeah, if it's a dragon scale.
So, can I see if it is a dragon scale, at least? Or if it matches?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, do I... Oh, no, I have advantage. Better. It's an int check, right?
Yes.
Oh, would that class as nature?
Or
just straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence for now.
Right, that's fine. So that is 15.
15. So you It is very likely that this scale belonged to a dragon.
And you said it was black, so it was, I can assume it's
a black dragon.
A black dragon. Yeah, cool.
I rolled a 20, not natural, to throw the dragon scale at Artemis.
Why are we throwing dragon scales at Artemis?
Because he was sassy.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Missed it. Can I have my new robot friend who I haven't introduced yet catch it out of the way?
How have we not noticed that there's a fucking robot following us?
We are observant.
I didn't seem like a good time to introduce it, so now I think it's dramatic enough that...
Yeah, do it.
What, Genevieve throws something at you, so your reaction is like, "Whoopah! Here's my robot, defend me."
Yeah, I was going, "Pokeball, go!" And... yeah, robot now has his companion, which is a mechanical saber-toothed tiger.
Oh my god.
Which will catch it.
Well,
We'll try and catch it.
Ripley? Is it called
It's
Ripley?
not called Ripley. It's not called Ripley.
How's a tiger going to catch a fucking arrow? It doesn't have
It's a dragon
hands.
scale. I was going to try and catch it in its mouth. We're playing.
Like a
Oh, so yeah, it's a
frisbee.
dragon scale. I thought it was an arrow. I was writing arrows in my notes. That's why I said arrow. My apologies. My bad.
Okay, so you've introduced your saber-toothed tiger.
He does have a name.
Do we know it yet?
Yes, he is big and snarly and growls a lot, so I named him Ro.
Classy name.
Nathan's face is a picture right now.
You better hope that Ro never comes back and meets Artemis.
That's going to be really confusing.
Oh dear. Okay, so what are you guys doing with this information?
I think I can sense whether or not they're within 5 miles per group. I sense the number, general direction, distance, and type of my favored enemy.
Okay.
So are they within a 5 mile radius?
No.
So no dragons and no monstrosities in a 5 mile radius.
No and no.
Dope.
Can we
Let's
tell?
camp here.
Can we tell?
because they can't move. They can't come within that 5 mile radius now that you're
No.
aware of it.
No, we're safe. We're safe.
Can we tell how long this damage how long this happened? How long ago?
Somebody that has intricate knowledge of stonework could probably tell you.
Would you like to roll?
History check, please. Advantage.
Crix is like, I like rocks. I like rocks. Rocks.
My like stones.
Channeling the form of power, I walk up to it and lick it.
What was that, 14?
14, not 4.
14. So it looks like that the stonework of the steps has probably been there for probably in the region of, like, let's say somewhere between like 200 to 300 years. However, the destruction, however, is a lot more recent. Probably within a couple of years, some of the earth and stuff like that started to take it back to reclaim the area, but yeah, not overly recent.
Oh shit, dude.
Okay.
If Zazzle is a necromancer, now would be a good time to come out so we don't all get super spooked later.
I will take note of that.
Necromancers should reveal themselves promptly, not arrive late.
Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing? It's probably about late afternoon now.
Can we actually get in the tower, or is it just...
Yeah, if
Gone
you
past
jumped
that.
off the cliff.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
This is why Artemis isn't allowed to lead us.
If anybody wants to go
I'm
to,
way down.
if anybody wants to go to the tower, just jump. I won't even roll damage. You just die.
Wait, I can slow fall, right? I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just a brand new party with Iggy.
Maybe this one will listen to me.
I want to, if no one else has done it yet, pick up any remaining dragon scales.
Yeah, you find about 7.
Okay? I will give them to Nook because he has the bag of holding.
Yes,
I
I
imagine
do.
that Genevieve's written a name on the back of each one, though.
Just carved a-
So, did you say 7 dragon scales?
I did.
And she'll say, we may be able to sell these or trade them for some equipment when we reach civilization.
Equipment would be good.
How much do they weigh, Ryan?
Fucking hell. Like, all together, they're gonna weigh like a pound. 2 pounds or something.
Oh.
Is there any like dragon fangs or anything like that? I don't actually know what dragon shit we have around us. I wasn't here for the discussion of where the dragon
It
shit
was
came
just
from.
scales.
Oh, I was hoping it's like a dragon skeleton. I was going to loot all its teeth. Make a sick necklace.
So even if we scout around the tower, the only entrance is to jump off the cliff.
Well, you
Or are we on the cliff above the tower?
Yes.
Right, okay, right. Is there no way down towards the tower? I mean, we fucking came this way, we might as well.
Yeah, so you'd have to travel like another day along the coastline to find somewhere.
Yeah, Nook kind of, he goes to the group, he says, well, either we spend a day in Earth travelling back and go to Castle, or we travel another day to explore this place.
There's no, like, the tower at the bottom, it's not like it's lying on a beach. So if you wanted to make your way to the tower, you're going to have to find some way of combating crashing waves against the cliffs.
Oh, so it's...
Oh.
So it's like
I see.
suspended from like the bedrock, not the bedrock, the sheer cliff, right? So it's like actually in.
Yeah, so if you the tower itself was sat on, say, like the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Something
Right,
smashed it off, and then it's plummeted 800 feet. The whole of the entirety of the tower has plummeted down to the bottom of the cliff, and then obviously it's just fallen apart at the base.
Yeah. So there's no way that we can explore this place.
Well, it
It's
looks
too dangerous.
It looks somewhat intact. It's just that there's like waves constantly smashing against it. I'm not saying that you can't explore it. What I'm saying is that you're going to have to tell me exactly how you're going to combat the waves against it.
No. I think we should head back, potentially get locked in the dungeon at the castle, and see what happens.
Yay! That's
So
probably-
how would my ability to ignore difficult terrain work with that kind of stuff?
So difficult terrain is essentially if you're going over like uneven ground.
Right. Okay. So it kind of helped with the rocks, but not the waves.
No.
Right.
I mean, you'd be able to go over the rocks, except for like 10, 12-foot waves coming over and constantly smashing you every so often.
Yeah, no, we'll have to go back then. Put a pin in it for a rainy day.
Important location?
Yes.
Question mark. I'm gonna have to write a fucking underworld adventure now, aren't I? God.
Under the sea.
Oh,
I was singing that to Liam work the other day, and he was just looking at me so disappointed. I don't think he understood that that was my way of showing affection. To just like scream Disney songs at him at the top of my lungs while we're in work.
Right, what not to complain about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What else do they expect me to do with my workday?
Do you guys go back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another day and a half passes, and you're back, more or less. You're more or less half a day and a half passes, and you get back to the bridge.
I ride my saber-tooth tiger the whole way.
It's kind of like riding a horse bareback, except for the horse isn't metal. It isn't flesh. It's metal.
Oh, your poor butt.
Yeah, like
because you don't have a saddle.
no.
You didn't think this through, did you?
Artemis has probably wrecked his testicles.
I'm just quite amused that Artemis is riding a battle cat at this point. Okay, so you're back at the bridge.
We cross it and we go towards Castle Blackwater.
Yes. A day passes, another day. Walking along this path, it weaves around some grassland, and you're kind of walking alongside the mountain range as well, because you can see that it kind of follows you off in the distance.
Right.
There's some. It's like grassland. You can see some like farmland as you get closer to Castle Blackwater, and then there's a fork in the road. There's a signpost that points to the right. It kind of splits off in like a Y shape. So if you're coming from the bottom, it splits off away from you to the left and the right. So to the left there's a signpost, but it looks like whatever was written on there has been scratched off, and the signpost to the right says C. Blackwater.
Right.
Wait, is this the same signpost?
No.
Different
it's
signposts.
one
We've
further on.
travelled a day. We've travelled a day.
Oh, so it's a
No.
different signpost, not
Not the same one.
right. Okay.
That would have been so spoopy.
And it's to
Yeah,
the
I know.
right. That's the one with the scratched signpost, correct? Or is it to the left?
One to the left is a scratch signpost.
Yeah.
The one to the right says C. Blackwater. And as you approach, there's like a crow that sits on top.
Ah! I can
That's
talk
not
to crow.
ominous at all.
Can you actually,
Yeah, I can talk to small beasts.
mate, talk to that crow?
Mate, I'm gonna fucking talk to that crow.
What's your
Uh,
mind? Oh no.
I'm gonna first try it without casting my spell. And I'm just gonna use my primeval awareness. If I haven't attacked a beast within 10 minutes, I can communicate with it as an action. I can convey simple ideas, read mood, intent, emotions, need. So I'm going to try and this is probably not going to work out the way I wanted to. I'm going to try and ask it where there's people.
Oh no,
Where people?
other than us.
Well, obviously, it's just going to... If the fucking crow's just going to be like, here! I was like, yeah. Yeah. No, you're right there, mate.
You see that the crow turns and faces the same direction as Castle Blackwater, and then hops a couple of times towards the edge, and kind of taps against the wood.
I throw it a bit of leftover venison.
I want it.
The crow or the venison?
Crow.
I mean, applicable to both, really.
It's cute.
He takes the venison, and he's quite happily jumps away, and then it vanishes. General
There you go.
mood.
You had your chance, Jen.
Hungry.
Hungry. Yeah, no, I get that. Post. So I guess continue on to Castle Blackwater.
Mhm.
I mean, if we can trust a crow, which I think we can.
Yeah. Okay.
personally. We continue on to the right path.
Okay.
The right one.
So, roughly about a mile down the road, or a couple of miles even, you come to the outskirts of a small village.
So,
This village is basically where all the people that can't afford to live within the boundaries of the walls live. And tends to be a lot of the farmers of the surrounding areas, from what you can see. And you can see that there's a castle, a walled settlement on the other side of the village. As you approach, you also see that the castle is in front of a large, sheer-faced mountain. It's a cliff. It's at the bottom of the cliff, and there's like a sheer face. So the earth has been displaced. So it's created this somewhat of like a walled area that kind of cocoons the settlement in like a sea.
and this is the castle.
Yeah, the castle. So you can see like the walls.
Oh, so it's kind of like a nautical version of like Helm's Deep. Like it's built out the side of a
kind of
like a cliff, basically.
Yeah, kind of like you can see like the walls. There's like a large portcullis, large gate, walls either side, man-made that then go into like the natural earth, and then inside you can see that there's a castle. It looks like a castle. There's like a couple of spires, a couple of towers on there. You can just see like the rooftops of some other buildings inside this settlement area. But obviously outside is where everything is a little bit more, I guess you could probably say this is where the peasantry live, or the farmers, because they live on the outside. Also because of this, the way that this settlement has been designed, it looks like it's got constant overshadow from the sun.
Right. Oh, okay.
The gate, from what you can see now at the moment, is completely up. It's open. There's people moving around. It's not overly busy outside here because this is general. This is where people live. It's not like a commerce area.
Yeah.
So there's like you see like there's a few children. You can hear children playing off in the distance. Either side of the road, you can see that there's some farmland. You know, there's like tall corn, and then there's some other sort of like vegetable patches and stuff like that, as well as like a few beasts of burden carrying something on its back towards the castle. You could just make out a couple of guardsmen that are standing guard at the base of the gate of the castle.
Okay. Do we see any like people near us as we're kind of walking through?
Yeah. So you see a woman on the back of what looks like to be like a two-seated cart. It doesn't have like an area for like goods or like carrying anything.
Yeah, so it's just personnel kind of thing.
So it's got two seats, and there's like this small like pony or horse that's pulling it. And you see that she's got three children with her, and she's going towards the castle. But she's kind of in front of you. She goes past you guys, and then she's off in front.
I mean, does anyone? I don't want to take anyone's fire. Does anyone have any ideas of what they want to do?
Crack on.
Have our story straight as to why we're all half naked.
Yeah, well, we're not all that naked anymore.
I thought we were all
we're
clothed.
not.
We're not all that naked.
We're all clothed now.
Wait, no, is
well,
Artemis?
what's
Is
the plan?
Artemis
I mean, Artemis
naked
is-
under his clothes?
Yeah, he's got his flasher jacket on.
Yeah, Artemis is still naked.
So we need to find Artemis some
I don't-
pants.
I don't want to walk in there and say, "Hi, we came from a magic portal. Please help us."
This is a
Yeah,
good point.
we need to find.
Right. So I have in my possession. Right, I'll do this in character. Sorry. I have in my possession a letter from the Merchants Guild. Now, it might not be relevant where we're at, but it can be used to give a good cover story for why we're here. I'm a merchant. You're my mercenaries. And we were robbed in the night, and all I have is my mule.
That could work. That's...
Simple as that. You look like tough motherfuckers.
Thank you. That might actually work.
I mean, yeah, I'm
That
good
might
with
actually
that.
work.
But the giant mechanical saber-toothed tiger.
This is a good point. Why
Like
would they
I said, badass motherfuckers.
who could not save you from some bandits with a giant fucking tiger?
Well,
They use
be-
drugs.
It was in the night.
They had a dragon. Let's just go with they had a dragon.
Dragon.
The weird mechanical cat could have been powered down at the time. I don't really know how it works, Artemis. But I think Nook's plan could work. I mean, if need be, could you hide it somehow?
I don't think I can hide it somehow, but we can say it wasn't with us at the time. Yeah, let's go with Nook's idea.
Yep. Although, let's be careful with the whole merchant-y piece of paper. Like you said, we might not know if it works. So I think we should be prepared to bullshit. Nook, how good are you at bullshitting?
I am not that good, as a matter of fact. I
Well,
would
then
say
not
that I am above average.
Above
Slightly, maybe a little bit.
Slightly
Plus
above
one,
average.
I would say that I am. I'm about a +1.
You're so...
If I had to say on a scale of -5 to +5, I would say about a +1.
Oh my god. That was like...
I just can't
Oh my god.
So our character, is that your deception or your persuasion?
Deception. I think it's both.
Right.
Persuasion. The fuck is it? Oh no, that's +4. That's +4. That's better. That's
Okay.
very good.
So you are above average.
But we are lying.
Yeah, my deception is +6.
Right. Well, we'll let you do the talking.
That's not a good idea.
But what I
say
want to do.
hello to you guys, and you go, "You fucking liar."
That's not true, Artemis. I told you about my special secret rod.
Okay, guys, we want to keep this group conversation PG-13.
The one my uncle gave to me. You know that one?
Is that the next thing you're going to stash up your ass? Is it going to be the rod? Are you
No.
going to be hiding someone's special rod up your ass?
All he has to do to unlock a door is just smack his ass against it.
Yep,
He's got to
little
just
chime.
twerk against
on the
every
door.
door.
Twerk on the door.
Oh god.
I'd like to say this plan is slowly devolving into shenanigans. Okay. I hate that I'm going to say this. Artemis, you do the talking. Nook, nod. Rest of us look threatening, I guess. With no.
Maybe not threatening. Maybe talk, but not threatening.
I
Looks
mean,
like you've just been through hell.
we have.
We're method acting.
Okay.
Before we get anywhere near guards or gates, on my little Reggie, can I catch up to the lady with the 3 children in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to catch up to her if that's okay.
Yeah, you can do.
And Crex will be with me because we'll be riding on Reggie together.
Okay, so you catch up to the woman before you get towards the gates. You can see that she's in her like late 40s, and she has this like wild, unkept sort of like red hair. She's wearing like a tunic dress. It's quite nice. In context of like it looks like it's probably been made specifically for her, as opposed to like it's what you would generally wear on your day-to-day sort of like life. She's got 3 boys sat with her, and they are triplets. They are wearing very similar attire. They've got very similar to the clothes that Artemis found, whereas the primary color is black, with like dark blues and dark purples.
My kind of wardrobe palette.
They all have bowl haircuts as well.
Yes! Nath, basically like you when you were little.
Like me when I was a fucking like 5.
When you had mushroom head.
Mushroom head, mate.
But it's not like
rocking it.
It's not like it's grade 1 cut underneath either. It's gone back to the skin.
Oh no!
So they've been proper shaved with a straight razor.
I'm having like war flashbacks to the 90s.
There's a few seconds where she looks at you, then looks away, and then looks back, and then realizes that you're going to say something.
Yes.
So she's like stops. Go
on. Sorry.
She stops the car.
I say, oh, right. Continue.
Go.
Stepping all over each other.
Go. You go now.
I say, ahoy and salutations, my lady. And on this fine day.
Good evening, sir. She looks a bit shifty-eyed. Like, are you not from round here?
To be perfectly honest, I don't know where round here is.
Oh well. Before you is Castle Black. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. My name's Cecilia. And these are my 3 sons.
Pleasure to meet you, Cecilia. I am Nook, and this is my friend here, Crex.
She gives like a little wave. Like the all 3 boys in unison like lean over so they can see you and like wave. Oddly, it's all in unison.
Oh, gross! Oh, get out!
Oh, spoopy! Too spoopy for me!
Yeah. Wait, what happened? My internet like crapped out.
I got out my crossbow and I shoot myself.
The triplets all waved in unison.
Kill them, kill the fire, make it quick.
She's like, I work at the castle. Are you heading that way?
Well, it's the only piece of civilization that I can see in front of my eyes. Are we still in the Sword Coast?
It's like there's a bit where she frowns. It's like, no, you're a long way from the Sword Coast, dearie.
And where might we be? As like a general area, not just the castle, but the land as a whole.
Oh, okay. So if I was going to go to the Sword Coast, you would need to travel, let's say the way that the crow flies, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 months travel east. You're going to have to somehow get past the mountain range to start with. I guess once you get past that, after a few days, then you're going to have to go through the desert. Then you've got the lizard folk.
Oh god, that really like takes knock back of it.
Then you've got, and then you've got the elves with their, you know, all of their weirdness on the other side, and then you've got the sea, and then you've got the Sword Coast. However, the probably the quickest route, if you could find a wizard, you could possibly pay him to teleport you over. However, wizards are very hard to come by, especially around here.
Are they not allowed, like, banned kind of thing? Like, don't do it, otherwise you will die.
No, they're not. They're not banned. They're just hunted
Good.
down by the Von Mords.
Oh, fuck. I mean, sorry. What was that about being hunted?
Yeah, the wizards around here tend to be hunted down by the Von Mords.
Do they have anything to do with dragons?
No.
Right, that's just a weird... I like dragons, I like history about dragons.
Not that I know of any. I don't know. They're not usual. They tend to deal with like the undead.
Right, that's fine. That's absolutely great, Cecilia. Do you know if Sword Coast coin is good mint round here? Is it legal tender?
I mean, gold to gold, you know. So
that's very good point. You're a savvy lady. That's what you are.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter where it was stamped.
Oh my god!
But yeah, gold to gold around here.
That's great. And Castle Blackwater. It's a bit, you know, sounds a bit scary, a little bit. You know, for a short guy like me. Is it nice? Is it a nice area? Nice place?
Well,
is there any schools? Nice neighbourhood.
Just pops into a Thompson local and like picks up a catalogue on Castle Blackwater. It's like, oh, are you right? Fancy a holiday in here?
Well,
what's the general vibe?
It's not a bad place. It's not a bad place to work or possibly live. To be fair, so you'd have to. All right. So basically, like it's called Castle Blackwater because when this place was built, the builders thought it was very odd that water seems to be black as oil when it's left out, because no sun gets to the castle because of the way that the surrounding earth blocks it out. So you'll find that it's a little bit chilly in there. That's why a lot of the farm workers live outside the castle, because it's out here you can get the sun, inside you can't
grow anything. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course.
I mean, the gentleman that I work for, he's the Castellan, or you probably you don't know him, but he's called Baron Reinbold. The people around here just call him Baron Black.
Reinbold. Right. That's great information. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful, Cecilia. You got a lovely set of triplets there. Strong boys. They're gonna go places, definitely. I can see. I'm a gnome. I see weird shit in the ether, and I can see that those boys are gonna grow up strong. making your family name proud.
Yeah.
Good day. I just fuck out of there.
Holds up a finger on one hand to say something, and then you walk off. It's like, okay. And then she tugs on the reins on the horse, and then they go off.
Yeah, go back on, Reggie. Go to Iggy and Artemis and Genevieve, and I'll say we're all cushy. Blackwater's a go.
You.
I had a very lovely conversation. You can ask correct, so I didn't do anything weird.
Did you do anything weird? Okay,
went a bit
right,
weird.
okay. You're lying to
resent
me.
that.
Look.
I resent that. I was not weird. I was very present.
Did you ask stupid questions?
No. I asked, where were we? We're apparently fucking really far away from the Sword Coast.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
desert. That's a place where there's no trees. I'm a forest gnome. This is a big deal.
No, where are we?
I mean, lead with that. Where are we?
Did she say like a name for the area?
Did you ask?
No, she
Other
didn't.
than Blackwater?
She didn't.
She just said to the east, the mountain range. We cross it, and then there's the desert, and then there's elves, and then there's the Sword Coast.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, it's a 3-4 month journey, unless we get a wizard, which are apparently hunted down by these guys who are obsessed with the undead. So maybe we shouldn't do like magic or anything like that.
Ryan,
Yes.
do I know roughly where we are, having taken in that information?
Your people have never been.
We've never been this far out.
No, you guys are generally tend to have problems with lizard folk.
So we never been able to cross the desert.
No.
Would
Right.
any of us know?
History check.
I wouldn't.
history check,
Sure.
did you say?
Yup.
Okay, let's have a look at what my history is. I think it's trash, but
21.
21.
nope, 14.
God, 3-4 months journey. Isn't it like a average of 24 miles in D&D, like walking speed?
26 miles a day.
God, fucking hell, man, that's crazy. We're so far away.
So Artemis is 21. This area, as far as if you can remember correctly, is called Orion's Expanse.
What's it called?
Orion's Expanse.
I thought he literally said Ryan's Expanse. As in you literally
Okay.
like,
We
this is Ryan's DLC.
We don't want to be exploring Ryan's Expanse, okay?
That's a different sort of show.
It probably does involve a butt plug.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah, I know this is homebrew content, but I just googled Orion's Expanse, and now I'm like, that's stupid of me.
What does Wikipedia have?
Yeah.
It has nothing.
WikiLeaks.
Yeah, would Artemis know anything about this area then, or just that it's called that?
It's referred to as Orion's Expanse because wood elves used to live in this particular area, and Orion was it's essentially pushing mythical a mythical sort of person when it comes to like elven people. So basically he pushed this far west at one point in history until its untimely collapse, and the name just kind of stuck really, over the centuries and eons that it's been. Not sure why it's still called Orion's Expanse. It tends to be more humans around this area.
Cool.
Did you say he was an elf?
He was, yes.
Was he my kind of elf?
No, he was just a normal wood elf.
Oh, okay.
Fuck him.
With their dislike of wizards, would me being an alchemist?
You have no idea.
Balls.
How about elementals who just randomly do spells, things, stuff?
Randomly.
I mean, we are foreign to this area, so I don't know if we'd know.
You have no idea.
Goody.
You just said wizards, so I guess like anyone who kind of looks like a wizard, so just don't look like a wizard.
No long sleeves.
But I
Make
was,
sure you shave your beard.
I was living my Gandalf cosplay realness. I was living it.
Okay. So what's the next?
I don't even think we need to fucking like lie that much. I think we just say that we're travelers.
Okay, that's
It doesn't seem like because Ryan, you said that the gates were just open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like people are just coming in and coming out.
Hmm?
So we might not even get stopped.
No, we could try.
Although we might. But, you know, it's worth it. So we go up to the gates, try to enter the city.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
See what we can do. See what damage we can do.
So as you approach the city gates, there's a few people that are coming out and a few people going in as you cross the threshold. The guards don't really pay you any mind, to be fair. Even though that your attire is different to the general populace that are around, they just don't really bat an eyelid, to be fair, as you walk through. As you enter, though, you hear like the sounds of like the way that machinery wanes when it's trying to move too much weight, and you can hear like a grunting noise as you can hear like something get dragged, and then you go "Hur!" and then hear the weight just thud down, and then this happens like a couple of more times as you go through. Looking to the left side of the entrance, you can see that there's a very finely dressed individual who looks quite distinctly, because he's only about 15-20 feet away from you. He is definitely a high elf. He's wearing a like a white and blue, very ornately detailed tunic. He has like a circlet across his brow that has like a slight white glow to it, and it becomes evident what the circlet's for when stood next to him is a 12-foot stone golem that's moving.
Oh shit!
Moving material off of the ground onto a cart. And this happens like 4 or 5 times. He's picking up crates and then some sacks, and then so on and so forth. Straight in front of you, if you keep walking straight, you'll come to basically the castle. After about 400 or 500 yards, on either side, it's kind of split down the middle. So on the right-hand side, you can see that there's a chapel, or a small chapel dedicated to someone you can't make out from the distance from where you are. There seems to be a couple of buildings on the left that are like nondescript, and there's a tavern as well. The area in the middle is quite open. You can see that there's a lot of It's an area that looks like it could be used for a market area, but at the time there's no actual market on at the moment. The chapel has like a bell at the top as well. It has like a chapel bell, I guess.
A steeple.
Yes. There you go. English is apparently my first language.
Fuck, I don't even know where the fuck to go from here. I guess we should go to an inn and kind of talk about where we want to take this next.
Yeah, that would be my first instinct.
And maybe get a better lay of the land and the people and what we're in for.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to talk to the High Elf.
I mean...
I don't know if anyone else wants to talk to the High Elf as well.
No.
Really?
I mean, not really. He's got a big scary golem.
He looks important.
And potentially from out of town.
What was it, Kel?
What was that, Cal?
Do the talky word thing.
Do the talky word thing.
Do the talky word thing.
Do the talky word thing, Lee.
Yep.
I'm conferring with you guys first before I get us in like trouble.
Yeah, no.
Go for it.
Like,
Go
do
for
you
it, man.
benefit to it, or?
I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
A lot.
Yeah, to be fair.
We
I
start
mean-
the Golem versus Mechanoid battle that this town has always wanted.
And we sell tickets and become a travelling circus group.
I mean, we've got to get like a guide across this 3-4 month fucking journey anyway, so we need
That's
to
what
make
I'm
some
thinking.
money.
If this guy looks like completely out, well, not completely, but out of place here, and he's an elf, maybe he knows how to get to the elf portion.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're
Fuck it,
all
why not?
you're all having this conversation in the street. Just to remind you.
Like stood like right next to him. We're like, maybe we should talk to him.
You talk to him.
Don't talk to the elf.
Yeah, I'm going to approach the elf.
Okay. Are you sure?
I push Ignatia into the elf.
No.
You approach the elf. He doesn't pay any attention to you as you approach.
Sick bird.
I've just realised I'm still naked.
You're having a nightmare, Artemis.
Hail and well met.
This isn't going to go well.
He turns round, and at the precise same time that the golem stops moving, it just freezes in place. He turns round and he looks you up and down. He's roughly a couple of inches taller than what you are. He looks you up and down with like sort of like just taking your visage as a whole, to put it lightly. And he's like, "Good evening, good day, and well met."
Shit, I don't know where I was going with this.
There's
Make it sound like you're hitting on him now.
There's a few awkward pauses. What do you say?
You look like you're from out of town. Are you local here or come to travel?
Did you just fuck up saying come here often?
No.
You've
That's
gone
not what I
so
meant to
red.
say. I said what I meant to say.
You've gone so red.
Hey, Dolph.
Yeah,
Coming
it is fair to say, sir, that I am not local to these parts, but I do live here. If that's what you were trying to ask in your awkward way.
Give him a nudge and say, "Hey, can you introduce me to your tall friend there?"
This is like the first person I've spoke to that isn't you guys in months.
That's very true.
So do you live in this town or just in this area?
Okay, look, should we like make this less awkward? Okay, my name is Iskander. He like taps on his chest, and then he points to you, and you are.
Oh, sexy! Yes.
Okay. My name's Artemis. I'm travelling with these group here. We're a bit lost. We're looking for someone that can help us find a way back to the Sword Coast, and we'll come to you to look for some advice. Hopefully, I say we. I have.
Wow, the Sword Coast. That is a long way away. You could always walk.
I like this guy. I like him.
I like him too.
I want him to stay.
Do you also want him as a pet? Would you prefer him over the crow?
However,
This is going to be your Giles.
A more pressing matter is if you're looking for somewhere to stay the evening. As he like looks over your shoulder, as he mouths quite effectively, "Stay this evening." He points to the building at the end on the left. He says, "You want to stay at the Maiden and the Chalice."
Okay. Got a place to stay. 34th question. Nook, did you tell the rest of us about the wizards thing?
Wizards thing?
Yeah,
about wizards being killed, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got to ask then, if wizards aren't around here, what's with the golem?
Oh,
surely there's some sort of magical intent there.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a wizard.
Oh my god! Oh, fucking hell.
I mean,
we're just like operating on the same level as this guy, apparently.
He's an automaton. I mean, he's powered by this, and he takes the circlet off, and then as soon as he takes it off, you see that he's like the golem just kind of like his shoulders sinks in, and his head dips down, and he's like, "Yeah, he's not a wizard, and neither am I. Like this is just something that I bought." And he puts it back on, and you see that the golem like corrects himself and picks up the box that he dropped.
So wizards aren't allowed, but magical items are.
Yes, wizards. If you are a wizard, and I'm going to say this with bated breath, is that you keep it to yourself. Wizards around here, not by the people around these parts, but the Von Mords hunt wizards down. If they do take mercy on wizards, they tend to remove your tongue as well as all your fingers as well, so you can't cast spells. And those are the lucky. Those are probably the unlucky ones, actually, because they're the ones that they keep as, slaves. The unlucky ones, the more fortunate ones, just get killed. To put it bluntly, yeah, it's that. As far as I know, you'll find no wizards around here.
Wink.
I'm just kind of trying to wrap my head around the fact that you're allowed your magical items, which implies that wizards were allowed at some point and made them.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual wizards themselves are baddie no-no.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take a big leap of faith and try and fill you. No, that's the wrong thing to say. Try and fill in some blanks for you. Okay, so around here, the Von Mords have been around for at least 300 to 400 years. Okay, they don't want wizards messing with whatever they have going over at their place. Okay, so they hunt them, so they hunt them down.
Okay,
that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Okay,
they hunt
so
them down.
You've been as useful as I think you're going to be.
Taught you your manners, Artemis.
Jesus.
Thank you for your help. We will be off to anywhere else.
Oh, okay. All right. Just make a note of that.
Oh god, you thought I was rude with that lady.
Iskander is annoyed at Artemis. In the top corner of your visage, it says, Iskander will remember this. And if you check your codex, there's just a picture of him flipping you off. Okay. He doesn't really bite back. He just carries on with whatever he's doing.
I'm assuming that none of the party actually heard the conversation.
I didn't come with you, so
no,
I was. He let you go off on your own.
Yeah, I was basically still walking to the inn.
Okay.
Is there a place where I can get Reggie some lodgings as well? Just some
stables. Yes, there is a stables. It's a little.
Yeah.
It's on the same side as the chapel, but it's not directly next to it.
Right. Okay. I'll go get him settled, and then I'll meet the party at the. What are we off to the? What is it? The Maiden and Chalice? Did you say it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reggie sorted. How much gold would that cost?
It depends how many days.
Oh fuck.
I'd say just one.
I'll just say for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say for the night.
For the night, it's going to cost you 5 silver.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'll take that out of my personal shit. It's 5 silver to a gold, correct?
10 silver to a gold.
10 silver, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So, yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah, and then once that's sorted, I'll head back to the party at the end. Cool. Get myself a drinky poo.
There's a few like more elegantly designed and made homes that are around the tavern. However, the tavern is a single-story building. It's made of timber. When you walk in, it has somewhat unusually high ceilings for the room, but you can imagine it just accommodates for various sized travellers, I guess. It is exceptionally clean, and there's an iron chandelier that hangs over the centre of the room. And there's a few doors on the other side that you could assume that leads to like lodgings. There is a woman behind the counter. She is a elf of some description. There are a few patrons around, and that's about I'm giving you as much as I'm giving you in this minute.
Okay. So I think we should kind of discuss the next plan of action, really. Like, what the fuck are we going to do? We're hundreds of miles away.
First of all, just real quick, is there a clothes shop in town I can buy some just common clothes from? Or armour? Armour would be good for those of us that lost our armour.
Armour would be nice.
Yep, agree.
Yeah, you noticed a smithy of sorts on your way in, and it was closed.
Okay, so we'll go there first thing tomorrow then.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I won't mind getting some different.
Are we getting a room for the night?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Artemis is immediately going to go to bed in a mood.
Oh. So I just get. I imagine we're just going to get pissed tonight then.
Yeah, why not? I mean, actually, wait, hold on. That actually sounds like a really bad idea. We have no idea where we are. We should probably not get too inebriated and lower our guard.
Too late. Correct. Down 2 pints of beer.
But you've got that dwarven constitution. I've got a little bit harder than 2 pints.
We'll spend the night sober and babysitting.
I'm not going to get drunk.
Okay.
I'll get a bit pissed.
Right.
Iggy will rope Genevieve
get
into
nice and
helping
merry.
with babysitting, or attempt to.
Is everyone just going to get drunk?
No, I'm in a mood.
I'm getting merry. I'm not getting drunk. I'm getting merry.
And then find
I am getting apocalyptically fresh as we come out.
Right, okay.
And I will roll a constitution check if you want me to.
I mean, where are you getting this alcohol from? To start with, you've got to talk to the bartender.
Just like beer coat, like just forms in the air and just pours into a mouth.
Just a whiteboard that says alcohol on it, and you just hold it up and slide a gold.
Hear me, bitch. I will hold a stack of coins and say I will keep drinking until that coin says that it's got 14 gold in it.
Nice. That's the way to fucking do it.
What is it, 14 gold, did you say?
Oh my god.
Okay, 14.
Now, are you going for the cheapest beer that has the highest alcohol content to really get the most of your money?
Yes.
Or you just go...
Jesus Christ.
Like getting that pound tinny of like Polish beer.
Yeah. That's true.
So you're asking for the alcohol with the most alcoholic content,
But for the cheapest price. Maximum efficiency.
Oh dear.
I have seen a lot of shit in the last few weeks. I need a fucking drink.
You do deserve it. You do.
She when you say that you want the cheapest, she puts a bottle back underneath the bar, and basically gets a mug. There's a big cask with a tap in it. She puts the thing under the cask, fills it, and gives it to you. Essentially, it's kind of like a nice sort of like mead. It's like a nice mug of mead.
I was drinking until either I pass out and vomit on someone and get thrown out.
You can sleep with Reggie tables if you want.
Also, rooms are going to cost you in the region of 4 gold a night.
That's fine.
Can I like sleep in a cupboard in the kitchen for free? I'm not being serious with that.
I was about to say, you could ask that if you want, and we'll see how that goes.
No. I'm fine, thank you. How much did you say? 5 gold?
4 gold. 4 gold a night.
For all of us, or just for one of us?
Each.
Oof.
Each, yeah. I'll take out 4 gold. That's an expense. I bet that room better have a fucking bath ran in it.
And a view.
And a mint. And a mint on the pillow.
And a mint.
And complimentary foot rubs.
I'm gonna bunk with Ignatia. If that's it.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me. Shall we leave them to their own devices? And
Actually,
pray
what am I
we can
doing
find-
paying for lodgings? I don't pay for fucking lodgings. I get free lodgings wherever I go.
You've got the bag of holding, mate.
You've got the party gold.
The party gold.
Yeah, but I get free lodgings wherever I go because of my merchant background.
Would that count?
So I don't have
here?
to pay shit.
Yep, this is true. You don't have to pay.
Don't. Fuck you guys. At this inn, I do want to have a conversation with the elven woman, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Probably sometime after Crex is about halfway done with a cask, and she's just kind of like, ooh, she's a bit wavy.
Man, if not gonna drink it, show ya!
I'd like to, first off, excuse me, Lady Innkeep. How may I address you? What is your name?
You can call me Erendis.
Well, can you please spell that for me? I am not as familiar.
She writes it down and passes it to you, and you see that it's spelled ERIN
P-R-I-N?
D-I-S.
D-I-S. Right.
You see that
It's a pleasure to meet you.
She's a high elf. She is.
High elf. Ooh.
She is rather tall. She is 6'6".
Woo! Big lady. What a woman. What a elf.
She has shaven sides on her head with like somewhat of like a Viking sort of like plait.
Nice.
That goes all the way down past the backside. And it's rather thick hair as well. She has these like tribal sort of markings underneath her right eye. She's wearing
armor.
Oh, go on.
She's wearing basically some sort of like padded leather armor, and she has like a flail. On the side.
Shit! So she's like a warrior in keep. That's pretty dope. I can appreciate that. So yeah, Nook says, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Nook. I am a traveling merchant from the Sword Coast, and I was wondering because a friend of mine might have passed through this town, and since you have a very hustle and bustling business here, of which I can respect, I was wondering if I could give you a description of my friend, and maybe you could tell me if you recognise him or not." And I put a silver coin on the old counter there, and I just kind of lightly tap it with my fingers.
Just like, who's your friend?
I give a description of Giles, like he's bald, he wears robes, he has a spectral horse.
As soon as you mention the spectral horse, she's like, "Oh yeah, I do remember him. He came through here like 2 or 3 days ago."
Oh, really?
He didn't say where he was going. He was rather polite. You know,
he's a nice guy. He's my best friend.
He was very nice. He was a very nice chap. I'm sorry I can't help you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. The fact that I know he was here means that I'm on the right track. So and for that, have a drink on me. I mean, it's your bar, so you can do whatever you want. If you don't, but here's some money for the information. Thank you. And I walk away.
Thank you for your hospitality. He takes the money.
Beer now. Beer.
Oh, you second that? More beer, please.
Ignatius is going to tap Genevieve and be like, "Shall we get ourselves a bottle of wine and go up to the room and leave these idiots to it?"
Yes, please.
And we do that.
Becky and Genevieve sitting in a tree. Kissing.
I bend down and nut punch Nook.
And then I high five
bend
them.
down quite a lot.
I know. That's why I said bend it down. No. I just like.
No, she's commenting on the penis size. Come on. Nook's average for his race, okay? Jesus. Don't shame, guys. Come on. Yeah, and I drink for the rest of the night with Crux. But I don't get too fucked up. I know how to handle my ale. Or we can say I can roll actual Constitution. So let's do that. That's more fun. I rolled 7. I'm probably pissed as fuck.
Yeah, the mead's quite heavy for you. It's quite thick.
It's coating your stomach.
It does hit you rather hard. Plus, you haven't eaten in like 6 hours or more, so.
Food.
I want to go back to the forest. Where's those 3 bears now? Those 3 bears, I hope they're living happy.
Oh god, he's thinking about the bears that he released.
Yeah. I just sing about bears and Carol. Is there a performance, Jack? There is. I got 6, so it's not very fucking good.
So you're singing really
I'm
out of
mostly
tune.
out of tune, yeah.
Mostly.
I like to sing a really filthy song. Can I make a performance check?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be natural 20.
Natural 20?
Our first one
my
of the
fucking
session.
God, first
Wow.
one. Jesus, it's only been
And
2
You
hours.
spent it singing a rude song.
In a bar, while drunk.
Rugby team song.
A lot of oyes.
Okay, I am.
Just like you've got like the entire bar just shouting, "Nook's a short bastard! Nook's a short bastard!"
Whilst you're singing, there does appear to be two gentlemen at the bar that don't tend to be joining into your festivities. Yeah, they don't seem to be willing to participate.
Do I start a fight?
Do you start a
no.
fight?
Oh no.
Fucking hell.
It's alright, Cripps, I got your back. I'll fucking take them all on. I will.
Fucking nuts, fucking. There! Me! Give me!
She gives you more mead, more drink. It's probably been about an hour at this point.
Fucking hell. Just pounding mead for an hour. Fucking
While this is going on, we've gone up to our room that we've rented and we can still fucking hear them.
And they're just staring at each other, rolling our eyes, taking turns.
So as you're getting more and more drunk, the 2 guys at the bar are getting more irate and they're getting more annoyed. One of them more than the other. One of them seems a bit more passive. He's more in the years than the other one. But the younger one seems to be getting more annoyed.
I don't care. I'm just going to continue drinking and singing and shit. Fuck these guys.
Lads.
They're just getting a bit merry. Has gone completely out the window. I'm just getting pissed now. Like the mead has taken control. I am the liquor. I am the foam.
I have become one with the mead. Okay, so you carry on and you get.
I'm gonna go to the gentleman.
Oh,
didn't catch a word of that.
I'm backing up. I'm backing her up. I'm backing Crex up.
Here's you don't like our behaviour.
Yeah.
Yes. So, the
Your meat is just fucking I'll buy you some more.
the younger one stands up and turns around. You can see that he is he's probably in his like late 20s, early 30s. You can't really tell much anything apart from that because both of you are fucking drunk. The other guy is probably in his late 50s, early 60s. The younger guy kind of puts his hand on your right shoulder and then like kind of pushes you back, still holding on to your right shoulder. And he says, "I think you've had enough. I think you need to go to sleep. You're just causing a disturbance here. This isn't that kind of establishment.
I beg to differ.
Well,
You're the only one not singing, mate.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not. Because I don't have any will to at this moment in time.
This was me for my friends.
He doesn't pay any attention. He just turns around and goes back to his friend.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, I'll stay with Crex until she goes to bed. I'm out for the night.
Yeah, they're very wankered by now. Technical term.
I mean, it was obviously racist people don't want to go with the short people.
That's it. They don't like short people. They're bastards. That's what they are. A lot of them. Those short people, we got to stick together. Crex. Small folk.
As soon as you say that, the elderly gentleman stands up. He's wearing like a long black, like a robe or a cloak of some sort. He looks very old. Definitely.
Could I fuck him up? Is it that old?
His years seem to be. He looks to be in his late 60s. As he stands, you can see he's got he's hunches over slightly. His right shoulder is slightly raised above his left. The staff that's leaning against the bar that was next to him, he grabs the staff. As he turns around, you can see he's got he's completely pale. He's bald and gaunt. He has this. He has a tattoo or a sigil that's on his forehead.
Oh God, this is fucked.
And his left eye is milky and dead. Using the stick, using the staff even, he uses it to aid him to walk out of the establishment.
Have a nice night, mate.
The younger gentleman at the bar finishes his drink, and out from behind, there's a doorway behind the bar that leads into the kitchen. Out of the doorway comes the high elf that you saw in the street.
Hey, good thing Atmos isn't here.
He kisses the woman on the cheek, and then they start talking amongst themselves.
He only told us to come here so he could line his own pocket. Nobody tell Artemis that he fell for his clever ploy.
I'm just going to go to bed and pass that vomit.
Blah.
I reckon I don't even make it to the whatever lodgings I would have gotten from the guild. I reckon I would have slept with Reginald. I would have been face down. Reginald is on his side, and I'm laying face down, on top of his side stomach area. I reckon that's how I'm sleeping.
So you didn't want to go the 50 feet towards your lodgings. You wanted to go the 500 feet just to get to Reginald.
He had every intention of going up to his room, but somehow he went outside and ended up with Reginald.
Yeah. I thought the door to my room was the door that I went through, but it was actually to outside. And I was like, oh, well, I'm outside. I might as well just go there then.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah. So that happens. So what does Iggy and Genevieve do whilst everyone else is getting wankered, as well as Artemis, unless Artemis just went to bed pissy?
We're just chilling out, sipping some wine. It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
To just chill the fuck out, regardless of being able to hear all of this bullshit that's happening elsewhere. It's just really nice to just chill.
In civilized company.
Yeah.
You hear this shit? You fucking hear this shit? Disgusting. The way they talk down to us, crooks.
You don't hear this. You don't know what we're saying about you yet.
And I'll it's silent. I'll imagine it's silent for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I'll break the silence and I'll say, Iggy, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for finding me, for bringing me back. I didn't think that the others would want me back. After everything I fucked up.
We all make mistakes. And Crex missed you when we thought you were gone. But you're back. You're fine. You're going to heal. And we're in somewhere different now. And we're going to figure it out together.
Crex said to me that I should have no more secrets. So I'm really going to try hard to not have secrets. So if you ever have any questions or anything, I will try to be as honest as I can.
I have one question. I don't like calling you by a name that's not yours. So, who are you, really?
I came to the Sword Coast about 25, 30 years ago. And Genevieve was the name that I took when I landed there. It was a name that no one knew me by, and I needed that. You've always known me as Genevieve, so
If you would like to keep being Genevieve, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I mean, it's obvious that Genevieve is not my real name. I mean, the dragon made that very much aware when he asked me. My name is Van Moriel. I come from a small set of islands, actually. Not that far from here. Just beyond the desert. And yeah, I just needed a new name. I left my island under very unfortunate circumstances. And I doubt I'll ever be allowed to return.
You never know. Things change. Times change.
Well, if we want to go back to the Sword Coast, we may just have to pop by and say hello.
We've done dumber things, like insult a dragon.
Yes, lesson learned. Do not call a dragon fat.
I prefer to think it as being truthful.
Well, I'm trying to be truthful.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. I hope Crex is okay.
I'm sure she'll be fine. In the morning, maybe not. But
She's going to be hungover like a motherfucker in the morning.
oh yeah, and depending on Artemis's mood, he may or may not give out any health potions to deal with hangovers.
I think Artemis is a little bit sore that his the apple of his eye did not reciprocate his feelings.
I'm gonna say it's not that, but probably. I can imagine that not helping.
Well,
Good. So the night draws us to a close. I guess everybody's in bed by now.
Or in the stable.
Yep. Or a bed of some description. You.
I need to go to my room.
What was that?
I said I'm only assuming I made it up to my room.
Yeah, you made it. You made it to the room. I'm not sure about to the bed though.
You made it to the doorway.
Room is close enough.
Okay, so you all fall asleep. During the course of the evening, it's quite pleasant because it feels completely different. It's like, especially with like the window open, like it's a different sort of like feeling sleeping out on the surface than it is in the Underdark. So it's a nice change for those of you that aren't inebriated who will be able to feel this. However, Nook, your dreams are plagued with night terrors. They consist of it's kind of like you're looking out of somebody else's eyes. You're
Right.
Whoever or whatever this thing is, or individual, you see them that they're walking out of a house, a nondescript house of some sort. You can see the door open and close, and they walk down a path. It's in the middle of the night. You can see the moonlight shining down across the garden, and like there's like a pathway.
What position is the moon in?
It's pretty much at its zenith. It looks
Right. Okay.
There's no clouds in the sky. As the individuals walking, you notice that they the eye level drops about half the height of what it was before. You can see that it picks up pace, and then
He picks up pace.
Yeah.
Oh, pace. Oh,
Paste,
pace.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
pace.
you say
Right,
paste.
Yeah.
Paste.
What's this paste?
Where is this going? Picks up pace and goes and darts off into the woods. You don't see pretty much anything apart from like
Oh man,
a few
fuck
flashes,
Ryan.
a few flashes here and there. But it seems like some time passes, and then you see whatever this thing is leaps over a couple of bushes, and there's some wolves out in front, and the wolves cower down at the sight of this individual. As it approaches, the wolves run away, so it appears, and they go through some more trees, and they come out to a road. Looking about, this individual sees that the wolves are alongside it, and there's a cart up ahead, and you see that they're quick. They're super fast. They catch up. They catch up to the cart really quick, and the thing that you notice before the night terrors stop is you notice that the cart is being pulled by a spectral horse. And then you black out.
Fuck, man.
That's where we're going to end it.
It just clicked to me, Ryan. I swear to God, if it's what I think it is, fuck you, man. Oh, man. That's it.
Oh no! Oh no!
I hope it is what it is. I really do. Because that'll be fucking big. That'll be huge. Fuck, man.
That was good. You didn't get as far as what I thought you guys were going to get. I thought you were going to get a little bit further.
Technical issues aside.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Yeah, those.
Well.
Oh dear.
Spoopy. Oh, it's a little creature. It's a mousy rat man. It's a mousy rat man.
Mousy rat man. Oh girl.
Oh girl.
Go.
Oh, he's so cute.
Right, I'm going to turn the stream off.
Yeah, I've stopped recording.